Shouldn't be. I'm live now. Can you see me?
I can't.
Yeah, but might be a lag.
You've actually gone live?
I'm live. I think I'm live.
I see.
Chat, am I live? Am I live? I'm live.
Here you go.
I am alive. Right.
Right, I'll let you crack on, mate. Say hello to the boys for me. You are in 720p, but we'll sort that out later.
You say hello.
Hello?
The big dog. Josh Aveste. I told you, look, on the last stream, anyone that was here for the last stream, I told you I'm fucking useless at this sort of stuff. So we got the big dog on the phone who's helping me, and now the chat's all coming in. Look, I can see it all coming in now. I can see it. Josh gives me a lot of sexual tension. Josh Aveste was smouldering at the camera. Can I get some dating advice? Oh yeah, do I sound good, people? Do I sound good? Yeah, I think we're all good. I think we're all good. People subscribing, nice. This is good. This is good shit. Right, Josh, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Yeah. Don't waste your evening listening to me. You've had enough of me for one day. All right, love you, mate. I'll see you in a bit. All right, mate. Bye. Right, what's happening? Here we go. We're on the first live stream, and I don't know how to position myself. Is that better? Am I more central? What is everyone saying? Right, okay. Let's go up to the top. We've got 41 in here. Can everyone do me a favour right now? And smash the like button, smash the share button. Don't smash it too hard because you will break your laptop. Right, let's read some of these out, but I've got to get that a little bit bigger because my eyesight is... Yes, mate, love the recent videos. How's it going? H. Gordon Games. It's going very well, mate. Thank you very much for asking. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera. Callum Croft, Ledge. Shout out Callum Croft. Joshua Loftus. What we in for today? I don't know. You lot tell me. You're going to be asking the questions. Yes, Joey. When you next knocking someone out? Melon CFC. Hopefully in March. I am being told that the next event for Misfits is being announced on Saturday night. I'm hopeful that next event involves me, and obviously I'm even more hopeful that it involves me knocking someone out, as you say. So yeah, there we go. Joshua Loftus. Going to the game on Monday. Commentary to watch the match preview on the way. Yep. Right, I'm going to go down to the bottom of it. Jacob, yes. What's happening, geez? Jacob from Chelsea Fan TV. Surely you lot must know Jacob. Blonde hair, long hair. Jacob, yeah, he's a legend. How old's Jacob? He's only about 12, isn't he? Hardcore, yes, we love it hardcore in this chat. Mike Jones, yes. Jordan Bailey, what's happening, bro? Fucking hell, I feel lucky today. Don't know how many of your videos I've watched. Yes, Jordan. We dropped a few today, innit? Well, I dropped the transfer one yesterday. We dropped the Wolves preview today, and we'll speak about that in a sec, but I just want to get to some of the chat. What did we drop? Behind the scenes Misfits yesterday off Joey and Josh. Again, it's not done like massive numbers or whatever, but at the same time, I do think that people that are interested in that sort of stuff would have liked the video, I hope. So yeah, Mezzo Osama, I'm a top fan, top man, mate. Thank you. Neves likes it hardcore. Neves, good man, so do I. The footy coach, out of Adiemi, Gittins, and Garnacho, who should we get in what order? I would say Gittins first. Adeyemi or Garnacho. I don't massively rate Garnacho, if I'm being honest. But do you know what? I'll be honest, and I always am honest with you lot. I didn't think that Jadon Sancho would do what he's done. But I don't know. You know this left winger talk? I'm not sure on it. Hold on. The big dogs. The big dog is messaging me. Sound is stereo and just make sure it's streaming in 4K. We'll do that after this one. Good luck. Right. All good. Yeah. I'm not sure that the left wing position needs addressing. Because here's how I see it, right? Imagine this. You can go in and get another centre-back, which, by the way, we may well need, yeah? I know Trevor Chalobah's back, and I'm fucking buzzing about it, but we can go in and we can get ourselves another centre-back. Brilliant. Okay, yeah. That would be priority. Now, do you go left wing as a priority, or do you go number 9 as a priority? And remember, this is not me giving up hope on Nicholas Jackson. This is not me saying, right, done with Nicholas Jackson, not going to have him anymore. Nicholas Jackson, I'm telling you, right? I told everyone from long before he got in the team that Joshua Changpong was good enough for this team. I told so many people that Romeo Lavia was the bollocks when all that anyone had seen of Romeo Lavia was 45 minutes against Preston. For a whole season, I was going, this boy's the bollocks. And everyone's kind of, yeah, I don't know about that one. What's he do? He comes in, he's the bollocks, yeah? So I'm telling you this right now. Nicholas Jackson can play left wing, and Nicholas Jackson can play well off the left wing. So if we were to go and sign a number 9, yeah, we can move Nicholas Jackson over to the left wing. Jadon Sancho's got that position nailed down. Joao Felix would be happy just to get the minutes to go over there. Mudryk could probably never play for us again. But do you know what I mean? So I don't know why all the left wing talk is so, like, there and, you know, I don't know. I don't know why the left wing talks. I think centre-back, striker should be what we're talking about. And realistically, I know it's not going to happen, but maybe recalling a central midfielder. And as, well, not controversial, but as much as a lot of you may disagree with me, I think that central midfielder maybe should be Ugachukwu to stop stifling the progress of Andre Santos. Although Andre Santos is a fucking baller. He's a baller. Would I take Garnacho? Don't want to make the same mistakes that I've made twice in going, nah, I don't want him. Because I kind of said that about Jadon Sancho before he came. And now I think Jadon Sancho's the absolute dog's bollocks. Oh! Here we go. I've just seen a good one in there. Mezzo Osama. Let's talk about Camella Skin, your favourite. Canella Skin. Now that is she's the goat, isn't she? Of female actresses, and you know what type of actress I'm on about. She is the goat. Am I coming to the bridge on Monday? I'm not. I'm going to stay home for the game. I'm going to watch the game. And then the next day, me and the big dog are in the studio. No, we're not. I'm going on, I'm doing the, what's it called? The actual name of the show. James Alcott. You know, loads of you must know James Alcott. I'm doing something with him. What's his show called? The Ripple Effect. I'm doing the Ripple Effect on the Tuesday. But I will obviously get a post-match review out on the Monday. Right, let me go through a few of these. I kind of spoke about the new strike already. I wouldn't mind one. But that's not me giving up hope on Nicholas Jackson. I think he's very good. Thoughts on Palmer not training? Again, might as well get into this now. Just because they didn't train today doesn't mean they won't play. Like, I think that... You know how, who was it? Was it Glasner? Was it Oliver Glasner who came out and said, you don't, like, you know what you're going to get from Chelsea? And I kind of looked at that and I thought, shut up, you cocky prick. But at the same time, he did manage to get a result against us, so I can't say too much. But here's what I would say, right? With the whole, these lot not being available. If Enzo Maresca does sort of feel like managers know what they're going to get from Chelsea... It may be a smart little ploy to say that none of these boys are going to be playing. So the other manager, the Wolves manager, the new boy, can't even say his name, Pereira, can't say the first name, how's it pronounced? Either way, so that he starts, thinking, right, okay, let's get ready to have, I don't know, Cassaday in the midfield or someone like that. I don't know. Right. Right. That hat guy, favourite Chelsea channel, thanks very much, mate. El Parley, when we going to see Joey versus Dean the Great? Fuck knows, probably never, to be honest, because he's fucking bottled it. And I say bottled it, when you see who he's fighting, that might not, I don't know, it might make it look like he didn't bottle it, but I know things that I can't disclose. Do you know what I mean? One of them I can disclose. Dean the Great turned down the opportunity to fight me on the Qatar card. He got offered it. I got offered it. You know what my fucking answer was? Yes, please. Do you want to talk money? No, thanks. Let's just go. And I was injured. But it is what it is. But he's fighting someone else. I think he's got one fight left on his contract after that fight. The guy who he's fighting is going to beat him. I'm sure of it. I'm definite that the guy he's fighting will beat him. And then, I don't know, he'll probably try and have a fight with Walid Sharks, something like that. But that's if Fox the G don't beat Walid Sharks, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. How do I scroll in this chat? Because this ain't letting me scroll. Okay, now we're scrolling. Now we're going. Right. Sorry, guys. These are coming in. Joshua Loftus, loving Joey and Josh podcast, proper top quality. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. The True Crime podcast were top notch. Ali Tariff, thank you very much, bro. We've got another really good True Crime one coming out on Sunday, I believe. Is it Sunday, Josh? If you're in the chat, if you're not, I think it's Sunday. Yeah, we got another one coming out on Sunday, and it is on the Long Island serial killer, right? So there's this place in America called Gilgo Beach, and bare fucking women's bodies have been getting found there where they've been murdered for like 10 years and whatever. And they nicked some fella, and they thought, yep, done, crime solving, whatever. He's in prison. He's confessed to a couple of them. There's probably more of them that he doesn't want to confess to. And then all of a sudden, more bodies start washing up. Uh-oh, someone's still out there doing it. And now they think they've got the other bloke, and they actually caught him. Oh, I don't want to give it all away. But there's some pizza involved in how they caught him. It's going to drop on Sunday. Long Island serial killer. It's going to be a really good one. It's going to be a really good episode. So make sure you lot are locked in for that one. Bring in the lap. Yep, I'd have him. But would he settle for minutes on the bench? Because I still think he'd be starting behind Jackson. Jackson is good. Answer my question already. We don't need any more wingers. Yeah. Maresca said he doesn't see Jackson as a left winger. Yep. Fair play. Ugachukwu looks really good versus United. I was so gutted that Southampton didn't hold on to that lead against Man United. Me and Brian, we was texting each other. We was buzzing because he likes to see Man United lose, and I quite like to see Man United lose as well. But they didn't hold on, and it was what it was. What ideas have you got for the Joey and Josh pod? Love the true crime stuff, mate. Top content. Well, I got a few ideas, okay? Josh has got a brilliant idea, and it is, has anyone seen that Netflix documentary that's just come out called Don't Die? And it's the guy who's trying to live forever. So he's like 48, but he's got a medical age of like 24. You know what? It got me thinking, yeah. I'm 30, mate. I bet if you ran my body through a thing, I'd have a medical age of about 45, I reckon. Because I just get injured sneezing. I get injured left, right, and centre, mate. It's constant. All the time. But then at the same time, I can run a 5k in less than 20 minutes. and I am pretty rapid, and anyone that's boxed with me will tell you I've got an engine. So I don't know, but injury-wise, I get a lot of injuries. I do that. But anyway, this guy, he's in this Netflix documentary, Don't Die, and we're gonna review it kind of and speak about him. Of like, is there any point? Like, he wants to basically live forever. You're never gonna live forever, but he wants to live, like, he wants to set the record for being the oldest person to ever live. And without going too deep into it, my sort of stance on it is like, why? Watch all your family die, maybe including your children. Do you know what I mean? Fuck that. Live fast, mate. Live fast and not die young, but, you know, live a good life, not a long life. That's what I always say. That's what I say. But yeah, other ideas for it. I mean, most of mine sort of revolve around true crime. I love the true crime stuff. So one that I really want to do, there was this guy called Mitchell Quay, and his wife went missing. He had 2 kids of her, 3 kids, something like that. His wife went missing. Because there had been reports of domestic abuse and stuff like that, he was the prime suspect in her disappearance. And then once she's been missing for like a year or whatever, it's like turned into a murder case. And basically, this Mitchell Quay, he invited camera crews into his house and he let them do a documentary on him. And he went on GMTV, which I think is now like Good Morning Britain and whatever. Anyway, long story short, I'm guessing you can guess what ends up happening. Turns out he fucking did it. So I want to do that one. And then the more obvious ones, like I want to do like the Madeleine McCann case and stuff like that. But I want to sort of build up a little bit first. I don't know. People, tell me what are you thinking? People who have watched all the episodes on Joey and Josh, like we did the nostalgia one, talking about growing up and stuff like that. We've reviewed a couple of shows, Big Brother, Geordie Shore, things like that, and then we've done quite a few true crime ones. What's the best genre you think we've covered so far, and what are you liking the most? As a resident, Kyle Ewing, I hope, Ewing. As a resident of Cleveland, Ohio, it was insane seeing my favourite Chelsea lads talk about my hometown. That must have been insane, yeah. As a resident of Cleveland, Ohio, Kyle, I would ask you, what do the people of Cleveland, Ohio think of Ariel Castro? I mean, I'm guessing they think he's a piece of shit, but what was it like? Like, that must have been a huge deal, no? That case, and was it... You know them 10 years when them girls were missing, did people forget about it? Because I've never spoke to anyone that lived in Cleveland. Did you live there during the time? Was it an ongoing thing? Like, you know, like Madeleine McCann over here. Like, did everyone know about Amanda Berry and Gina DeJesus? Because I know the way we portrayed it in the podcast was that it was, and it was getting news coverage. But did everyone know about it? Like, you can't meet a person that doesn't or hasn't heard of the Madeleine McCann case. Was it like that in Cleveland when them girls went missing? I'd love to know that. Right. I'm gonna go for a few of these. Right. We've got our Trevor back. João Felix to Milan on loan. No thanks. Nkunku can go there. I'd rather keep Felix. I think Felix is a better player than Nkunku. Is it going to be a regular thing? What, me going live? Yeah, I hope so. Mega Gamer, hello from the States. Listening while working. Good man. Jordan Bailey, looking forward to watching the one on Sunday. Nice one, Jordan. A2L, Ari, sexy Joey. Alright. Thoughts on Mark Yu? Think he's ready yet? I think he's ready for the cup games and the Conference League games, and I do think that he should be coming in on off the bench. Again, this is when I say about, like, there's no harm in moving Jackson out wide. There's no harm in moving Palmer out wide. Like, that's one of the things that I would say. I'm no fucking expert, you know what I mean? Enzo Maresca's forgot more this morning than I know about football. But there are mid-game changes, yeah, that I do think that could be made. So the main one he likes to make is he'll sometimes start Pedro Neto on the left wing and he'll move him over to the right wing and sub the right winger off, right? Instead of subbing Pedro Neto off. That works well. But, like, sometimes bring João Felix on, move Cole Palmer onto the right wing. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. But yeah, another one I would say is bringing Mark Yu on, and you could move Jackson over or sub him off, whatever. But Mark Yu's good. Mark Yu's good. One thing on Palmer, I think he's really effective in the first half, but then fades massively. Similar with most of the team, but Palmer is obvious. Do you think the training in the week is too light? I don't know, because I think the training was too intense under Pochettino at times. Do you know what I mean? So it's a tricky one, that. It is a tricky one. George Bailiff, P. Diddy to Chelsea. I don't think he fits the age profile. No, I don't think we've got a similar age profile to him either. I mean, Chelsea, our owners, we like to sign them young, but I don't know. How come Rory Jennings always makes it seem like Chelsea Football Club is going to end after each match? Who's your favourite other Chelsea YouTuber after Josh? As for the first part of the question, I don't know. I can't tell you what goes on inside another man's head. Who's my favourite Chelsea YouTuber other than Josh? George. I like George. I said it on the last stream. Met up with George last time he was over. Was it last time or the time before? But we got in the studio together. We did a bit for my channel, for his channel. And then we actually, on another occasion, went for a steak. Me, George, his missus, and Josh. George and his missus, and me and my missus. Josh. And then we went to the match. What was it? It was a shit game. What was it? Burnley, I think. We drew. But, you know, it was all right. You're not 45 now? No, I'm not 45. I'm 30. Owens, we love it hard. 09s, we love it hardcore. Thank you, mate. So do I. Jack, would I go up in weight on Misfits? Probably not, because between my weight division and the next weight division is a £20 jump. And I make 135, all right. You know what I mean? I'm probably weighing like 145 right now, £10 over the weight. So it means I've got to lose like £5, get down to 140. Then on the morning of the fight, have a hot salt bath or get in the sauna, sweat £5 off. And I'm a big boy at 135. Do you know what I mean? In comparison to all of them, like Argentinian King shorter than me, Yuddy shorter than me. Cray was, I felt like he was small compared to me, but I can't really say much because he beat me. Dean's tiny compared to me. Walid, all them boys, they're tiny compared to me. Bobson, does Joey have kids? I have a kid. Yeah, I have a kid. Dark Knight's always commenting on the videos. Big up. And the Knight is spelt same as Joey Knight. Do you listen to UK drill rap? Nah, I don't. Nah, you'd be surprised. I listen to quite a range, yeah, but I'd say if there was an era of music that I listened to the most of, it's probably 80s. Then it's probably 2000s, early 2000s, like. Yeah, it's probably 80s, yeah, and then it's anything from like 95 to 2005, and then nothing really that new. I don't really like much new music, like new songs on the radio. Do I even keep them on? Really? Not often. What song at the minute that gets played on the radio don't I mind? There's honestly, it's quite rare for new songs to come out and for me to like it. I don't mind, what's that song? My baby born in Burka. I don't even know how it goes, but you know what I'm on about. Oh, my coffee red of my I don't know what they're called, fuck knows. You're too sweet for me. That one. The catfish story in Ireland, decent content that your viewers wouldn't know about. I don't know anything about that, to be honest. Karen the Noob, or Karen the Noob. Hi Joey, I'm a fan of Misfits Boxing. I wanted to ask you if you know about X, Twitter Spaces. I ask because I know you've said before you don't like the Twitter stuff, but I also think it's engaging with some of the fan base on Twitter in a positive way would be important, and a lot of the community and fighters plus mams do spaces, and I'd like to see you in some of them. Yeah. Do you know what it is? I find that, like, loads of the social media apps are negative to an extent, all of them. But Twitter's the worst one in terms of negativity. Like, people on Twitter just, and like, do you know when people go, oh yeah, like, just don't let it bother you, mate, like, don't, whatever. It's easier said than done, if I'm being completely honest, because it pisses me off, man. Like, it's not nice when you wake up and every morning you've got someone that has sent you a message through the night saying anything from, oh, you're a pussy and you're ducking this person, or this person would beat you, to, I hope you get knocked out and don't wake up and I hope you die, and stuff like that. Like, honestly, and I get them messages. I get a lot of lovely ones, but I get them messages. Do you know what I mean? So, and you get them on Twitter. Like, Twitter, honestly, bruv, like, since I lost to Cray Cray, yeah, and time will be the best storyteller with that fight. I've never made excuses, but time will be a very good storyteller with that fight. Because when you see me run through this fucking weight division, then you'll see, okay? And I've never made excuses, but since I lost to him, fraud. He beat 2 nobodies. 2 nobodies? What about the 10 others? 12 in total fights that I had before Cray Cray. Won all 12 of them. Beat loads of good fighters. But people don't know that because it wasn't on Misfits. But the level that I boxed at before Misfits was way better than Most Wanted and Baby Hulk. I boxed a boy that got to a fucking ABA final. And anyone that knows about their amateur boxing will know that means that kid was a good standard. I boxed him and beat him. Close fight, razor thin decision, but I boxed him and beat him. So that shows the level I'm at. And I'm not being funny. You see the level I was at against Cray Cray. He's a Golden Gloves winner, and I feel like I was taking over in that fight. So it is what it is. I don't know. Nothing pisses me off more than that, because you can say, like, you know, and Twitter, again, it mostly comes back to, like, boxing on Twitter. It's mostly Misfit stuff. And with the boxing thing, it's like, with football, yeah, none of us really know what we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You can say my take on football shit, fine, doesn't bother me. But with boxing, I get a bit more, like, it does upset me. I get a bit more defensive. I'm like, no, I'm fucking good. Like, I'm all right. Like, because with football, I haven't really done anything apart from graft hard to get to where I am. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with boxing, I've had to take my licks, mate. I've had to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on rehab and on fucking surgery, and had fucking fractured cheekbones and fucking broken nose and fucking broken hands and loads of stuff, bad concussions and worries and, you know, fucking torn ligaments and stuff like that. I've had to endure all these things, yeah? So then when people are negative about boxing, it's like, it pisses me off. Whereas with football, it's just like, yeah, fair enough, everyone's got an opinion. And I suppose I should look at it the same, but I'm just being honest with you. Right, I'm going to come back to the chat. I'm coming back. Sorry, guys. Right, people are saying they like the true crime ones, yeah? So, I like that. That's good. Another nostalgia one. Yeah, that'd be good. Would you and George Benson do a collab? We've done one before. But, yeah, we could do another. Joey, do you play video games? No, not really. I love the nostalgia one. You should do more. Yeah, we try and do that. Last podcast was crazy, bruv. Thank you very much. Who's your favourite music artist? Ooh. Who's my favourite? Who do I listen to the most of? I like Mace. Does anyone know Mace? That's why I walk out to More Money, More Problems. Which I might have to change now because it's P. Diddy as well. But it's Mace, isn't it? You know, Mace, the rapper. Well, that bit is sung by the woman. But, you know, I always walk out to More Money, More Problems. Apart from when I boxed in Nashville and I walked out to Rockstar. Because we all just don't want to be big rock stars and live in Hilltop. Hey, Joey, there was a murder case with the two most youngest murderers, 12-ish, from my hometown, Spalding, UK. There was a documentary about it on Netflix. But they're not the two youngest murderers, mate. They're not, because the two youngest murderers are the two that killed Jamie Bulger, John Venables and Robert Thompson. Robert Thompson, don't know whatever happened to him, but John Venables is a full-on nonce, and he's had his throat cut in prison and everything. So, yeah. Big up, Joey. Your audio is only coming through the left channel, mate. Oh, I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. Is the audio alright? Oh, Chris Benoit. That'd be a great one. Yeah. That'd be a great one for the true crime. I'd definitely do that. Hey, Joey, do you know who Rants and Bants is, and what do you think of him? I didn't until recently know who that was, but I do because I've seen he is maybe going to fight on Misfits, and he's going to fight the boy, I never know what the boy's name is, SP Football saying, but he messages me. I should know his name. He's messaged me loads of times. I think he's done a bit of training with my coach. I think they're maybe going to do that on Misfits. But yeah, no, don't know him enough to speak on Rants and Bants. Are you and Josh the only ones who aren't doom and gloom after every loss? Nah, I think like Yannick isn't always doom and gloom. Benson ain't always doom and gloom. Yes, Joey, we need to hear the Thai police story. We've had enough teasers. There's no point me telling it on the stream because we've got a podcast recorded where I literally tell it. But basically, went out for a night out in Phuket and ended up getting nicked and flying home that same night, cutting my travel short. So, but I go into detail and explain what happened in the podcast. It will come out soon, next couple of weeks. If I had to choose a current Chelsea player to be on my podcast, who would you choose? Who would I choose? Who would I choose? See, the thing is, Palmer's quite joking that, but I don't know. He's quiet, isn't he? Who would I have a good laugh with? That's a hard one, you know. That is a hard one. Who would I choose? I'll probably choose Levi Colwell because he's been at the club for so long. Or Reece. Probably choose Reece, to be honest. Why don't I want Garnacho? Just because I think we've got enough in that section, in that area of the field. Favourite R&B song? Ooh. Favourite R&B song? There's so many, man. So many, isn't there? Do you count Rendezvous by Craig David as R&B? Because I like that. Do you know what is an absolute banger? Speaking of P. Diddy. Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. That is a good tune. Or, she says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. What do you think of Potter at West Ham? I think he'd probably do a good job. West Ham did a lot of business in the summer transfer window, and no one's really pushed on. So, best song when training for a fight. Oh, mate, I'm all 80s. I'm listening to loads of 80s stuff when I'm training. Push It to the Limit, Scarface. 80s cocaine dealer vibes is what I like to train to. Have I worked with Matisse? Yeah, and I think I'm working with Matisse on Tuesday, to be fair. Okay, that's took me to the bottom of the chat. Let me... Thoughts on Johnny Minerals? Johnny Minerals is a name that keeps coming up. Can someone tell me, who is this? Who's Johnny Minerals? I keep thinking it's like a porn star or someone that you lot are putting in. It sounds like one. You couldn't tell you fractured your cheekbones with the way they look, Joey. Thank you. I got lumped here and fractured a cheekbone. I've done loads of injuries in boxing, man. Fractured cheekbone, when I say broken nose, I'm lucky. I've never broke the bridge of my nose, but I don't really want to show you. But like up my nostrils, you can see one nostril's bare bigger than the other. Like one nostril's small and one nostril's bare big, and that's because is it the septum or whatever they call it? The bit in there is all the way pushed over to one side. But they said it will just break again, like, so you're better off having it sorted when you finish boxing. I've had a broken thumb, ulnar collateral ligament in my hand, ulnar ligament in my elbow, a ligament tear in my ankle, a disc injury in my back. I've had load broken hand. I had a fight with a broken hand. I fought a guy called Hayden Sharif, and he's like kind of doing the rounds a little bit because he's just knocked someone's spark out on BKB. I had a broken hand when I fought him, so I could only use the jab really against him. Best walkout song, well, mine's always More Money, More Problems, but I might change it for the next fight. I might have said it different. I was thinking the other day, come on the radio, yeah. I don't know whether I'm just weird, but it come on the radio. I was listening to like Jackie or Heart, and you know the tune, "Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth." That come on, and I was like, this would be a good walkout tune. Maybe I'm just weird. Big up to you and Josh, man. Consider progression in the videos. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Joey, if you're taking a trip to the US anytime soon, where at? I'm a Texan, slide through. My uncle lives in Texas. My uncle lives in, what's it called? Fort Worth? Is there a place called Fort Worth in Dallas? Fort Worth? That's where my uncle lives. He lives in Texas. Worst away day. Probably Forest, not last season, the season before when we drew 1-1. I ain't really been to many away matches we've lost, to be fair. Would I take John Duran at 70 mil? No. Now tell me who's hot, who's not. Why does that keep flashing up? People, smash a like on the stream, please, and subscribe if you're not already. Oh, the True Blitz. If you had to choose one of your previous opponents before Misfits to be on Misfits, who would you choose? Seb Hallett, because he's the best friend I made through boxing. He's a guy that I boxed in my second fight, and to this day, I still speak to, and we're still close friends. And he came to my 30th, and he's met my daughter, and yeah, we're just good friends. I love Seb, got a lot of love for him, so I choose him to be on there, because I would want him to earn a load of money. So that's the obvious answer. I boxed a guy, yeah, speaking of Misfits, me and that Adam Salah, who Dean wants to fight. And this is what proves that Dean is just such a little shithouse, yeah? He don't want to fight me. He don't want to fight Cray Cray. He don't want to fight all these people. But he wants to fight Adam Salah. Me and Adam Salah both boxed Marcus Stevenson. We boxed him 3 months apart, yeah? Marcus Stevenson dropped Adam Salah like a sack of potatoes. He dropped him in the first round heavy, yeah? Marcus didn't land a glove on me. I battered Marcus for the whole fight. And Adam Salah didn't do very well against Marcus. So I think that shows you the level difference between me and Adam Salah. And then you can see what Dean's trying to go for. Do you know what I mean? Didn't John Venables get done as soon as he got out for having pictures of kids? Yeah, don't know if it's as soon as he got out, but yeah, he got done again. Yeah. Are you hooded or non-hooded? Hooded. Which Chelsea era was your favourite? Probably like maybe if I could pick a 10-year period, yeah? So it doesn't just have to be like the 90s to the 2000s, the 2000s to the 2010s. If I could pick a 10-year period, I would go 97 to 2007 would be my favourite. That would be my favourite 10-year period of time. Slow Jam's a classic. Yes. Yes. My wife hates that I watch so many of your Chelsea videos, but she loves listening to the true crime videos. Shout out your wife. What's her name? Joey and Josh blowing up this year. You and the big dog should talk about what laws don't exist now, but will do in 10 to 20 years. Oh, God, I hate to think about what laws will exist in 10 to 20 years, because the way this world's going is a fucking shambles, mate. Well, not the way the world's going, the way the UK's going. Do you know what I mean? ULEZ. What the fuck is all that about? ULEZ. Bunch of absolute wankers, mate. Anyone who came up with that idea. See that light flickering again. ULEZ. Shitter. Tell you the worst person on the internet is, you know, that cycling Mikey who goes up and catches people on their phones in like standstill traffic, and yeah, twat. If he caught me on my phone, I think I'd think, right, I'm losing my license. Should I just do a little 2 months in prison just to give him a slap? I'd like to do that. That'd be quite good. Cycling Mikey, if you're out there, come find me, because I would like to beat the shit out of him. He's proper Chelsea, mate. You have to check him. Really check him out. He says it how it is. And the nicknames he has for Clown Lake and the players are epic. Bro, you done with. You're American, obviously. Joey, don't listen to these people about Johnny Minerals. I'm American, and even I know that's a cursed name. Which British boxer had the best walkout? Groves had to be up there. Yeah, it did. I mean, consistent walkouts. Obviously, the Haymaker, David Hay, man. Ain't no stopping us now. That was the bollocks. Like, Fury has sick walkouts, but obviously he changes his tune each time. All of the lights, Kell Brook, sick. Do you know what I mean? That's why I've always walked out. I've had 2 fights or 3 fights out of 13 when I haven't walked out to More Money, More Problems. But all the other fights, I've walked out to More Money, More Problems. And I like sticking with a walkout tune. Do you know what I mean? A lot of my favourite boxers stuck with their walkout tunes. So, like, I like that. I like the way that Conor Bennett come out to Ready or Not. I like the fact that Eubank Jr. comes out to Still Dre. Do you know what I mean? I liked it when Groves used to come out to Spitfire. I liked it when Kell Brook used to come out to All of the Lights. I think that's quite sick when you stick with a tune. Popeyes or KFC? For me, KFC, because obviously Popeyes, I'm England, so I don't really, yeah. You liked H Mafia. You liked my comment yesterday and made my day, man. Well, thank you, but comment as much as you want and ask me to like it, and I'll always like it. Fort Worth mentioned, right? Yeah, Fort Worth is Dallas's little sister. Okay. Someone said about you guys being cringe. I was like, how? Yeah, I don't know. Someone did say we were cringe, didn't they? Listen, if you don't like the program, change your fucking channel, yeah? Because me and Josh are authentic, mate, and we just sit. Listen, like, this is the thing, yeah. I think I do get it. I do get it to an extent. Like, people don't like. There's a very, very small amount of people that don't like it when we go off on tangents and fucking start talking about random shit and whatever. But at the same time, I kind of feel like that's what it is. And it's like, you know, when there's a video of me on my own, it's gonna be, you know, very well, not very, but quite informative, and I might have a little bit of banter, but I'm not just going to start randomly talking about random shit and whatever. When it's me and Josh, yeah, we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're doing content, yeah, but at the same time, we just like to spend time with each other. So we're obviously 2 mates that are going to sit there and have a laugh and talk about random shit and whatnot. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if you think it's cringe, you think it's cringe. But maybe, do you know what? Like, I hate the BBC, right? So I don't sit and watch BBC News. Do you know what I mean? I hate like certain programs and propaganda stuff and whatever. And what do? I just don't watch them. So if I don't like something, I don't watch it because it'd make me angry. The same way that, like I was saying about Twitter earlier, I don't really like the negativity that comes off it, and therefore I don't go on it. Although I did tell the Argentinian king to go and fuck himself earlier on. Hardcore says you got to get Josh on these live videos. Yeah, man, I'll try to. Used to live in Fort Worth. You should come to Austin. Do you know what? Yeah, I can't say too much, but I am coming back to America sooner rather than later because you could probably guess boxing stuff. How many times did I go to America last year? Just the twice. I went to Nashville. Sick. Nashville. Jason Aldean's right at the bottom of Nashville, like Broadway or whatever they call it. Sick. I love Nashville. It's the bollocks. And that's in Nashville, it was always that tune, you know. Someone pour me up another shot of whiskey. You know what I mean? Jack down got a history. Yeah, it was always tunes like that. Nashville was sick, man. I loved it. But I also went to LA, and LA was sick. Me and Brian was out there getting smashed. Oh, the memories. Bro, I'm playing FC. Antonio Mango just subscribed. Good man. Bro, I'm playing FC24 and the servers are down. What's FC24? You know about FIFA? I don't know. You're my favourite YouTuber, man. We're so alike. Thank you, H Mafia. Top man. Hey, Joey, who would you say is your favourite club outside of England? Oh, good question. Rangers. Favourite drink and why is it whiskey? My favourite drink isn't whiskey. I don't like the taste of whiskey. My favourite drink is a ginger beer, which isn't actually beer. It's like what Americans would call a soda, what we would call just a fizzy drink. Ginger beer and vodka is what I quite like. Beer-wise, my favourite beer, I like a Modelo. And the Americans know about Modelos. I like a Modelo. It's in like a little chubby bottle. If I'm going to drink from a bottle, I like a Modelo. Out the draft, I like a Budweiser. Cruz Campo's quite nice. I like the Peronis and the Morettis and whatnot, but they get me smashed. I end up getting fucked. But more time, I'll drink a vodka lime soda because keeping the weight down for boxing and that. If you had to choose to either live without football or boxing, what would you pick? Oh, such a hard question. I've had this before. It's so hard. It's so hard. Because boxing is my first love. Chelsea is my first love, right? But boxing's also my first love. And let me give you the difference between the two of them. I was never any good at football. Yeah? I played from what? 8 years old maybe until 20 maybe. So I played for a good 12 years. And I was shit for like probably 7 years. And then I wouldn't say I wasn't shit, but I started scoring goals. So I used to play up front and I started scoring goals and I would be like the team's top goal scorer, but I didn't play at a good level, just Sunday League. But I used to get sent off a lot because I used to get in a lot of fights on the football pitch as well. And yeah, so I played football, but I was never any good. Whereas when I started boxing, I was like, oh, I'm actually quite good. Because say, for example, yeah, it took me about 5 years to score a goal in football. And it took me about 5 spars to drop someone in boxing. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, okay, you're quite good at this. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard because boxing is also very, very good for my mental health. Joey, just big up yourself and Josh. Listen to you guys every day, mi general. Thank you, Earl Brown. Appreciate it. Thoughts on Rory Jennings? I get this in every single chat. I've got no thoughts on Rory. I've got no thoughts on Rory. I know you'd all like me to say something bad about him, but I I've never met the fella. So how can I have any thoughts on someone that I've never met? Do you know what I mean? Can have my opinion or whatever on how people are perceived, but I've met so many people and they're different to how they're perceived, and sometimes it's for the better and sometimes it's for the worst. So now that I'm in the industry and I'm meeting people all the time, I would say that I try to not give my thoughts on people that I haven't met, because sometimes I've thought certain people would be one way and I've met them and they're a different way, and do you know what I mean? Vice versa. So it is what it is. But I get it. I know the fan base don't really like him, and I see why. Do you know what I mean? But I don't have no thoughts on him. Joey, you should walk out to the Liquidator for your next fight. I will have something like that, like a remix like that to start, and then saying in there if I box in London. Who's coming? If I'm boxing in London, who's coming? Seriously, who's coming to the fight? Because we should get a few in there. We should. You're always Lalita, I think that is. You're always addressing the lads in the videos, but where's the love for the female viewers? Loyal viewer since mid-2024. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. The reason I say lads and stuff and whatever is because it's like a 98% male ratio, like my subscriber count. So I just always assume that everyone's just blokes watching me. But big love to the female viewers and big love to yourself. It is, isn't it? Lolita. Lolita, that's a nice name. Why is the sound only in one ear? Love from Sweden. I don't know. If you're listening with headphones, I don't know why it's only in one ear. I'll try and get it sorted for the next one. Jordan Bailey, you and Josh are the funniest on YouTube. Thank you, mate. Are we going to do live matches now? That's the plan. I'm going to try. What's your plans for today, Joey? Well, the day's nearly done, innit? It's 6:30 now. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. What have I done? I woke up. I worked. I did some ad work that I had to do on like companies that sponsor the channel. I watched some documentary for something that me and Josh had to be doing. Played with my daughter. Went out. Got some food. I've not eaten really yet. I've had like a grenade bar today and I've had a bit of sushi, so I need to eat something. And then tomorrow, waking up early, going and training. I mean, you didn't ask, but I'll tell you anyway. Waking up early, going and training, coming back here, doing a shitload of work, thinking about doing something for the boxing channel. I really want to do a video on Moses Atoma. Whoever knows Moses Atoma, the young heavyweight. Want to do one on him. Want to do one on the potential Martin Bakole Anthony Joshua fight, because a lot of people are saying this Tyson Fury retirement might actually be true now. Turkey Al Sheikh's even saying that, but it could be a publicity stunt and whatnot. So yeah, doing that tomorrow, and then I'm back sparring on Sunday morning. First hard spar in a very long time. I haven't been able to have a proper spar since my fight with Little Cray Cray, so this will be the first one back. So fingers crossed, man. Pray everything goes well. Do I watch The Traitors? I got offered to be on The Traitors. But no, I don't watch it. But I got offered to be on it, and I turned it down because I hadn't had the Maxine. You know that one? The Maxine? I hadn't had it, and you have to have had the Maxine, and I don't like the Maxine. So there you go. You could say I'm anti it. Let us know as soon as you can, and when you're coming, I'd love to watch you box and just to meet you in general. Yeah, anyone that's come to my fights, I've always tried to make sure I've caught up with them after and had a beer and that and whatnot. After the a Moscow Mule is basically what a ginger beer and vodka's called. Yeah. After the fight in Newcastle, I had beers with loads of people that had come to watch the fight. Ginger beer and vodka. What type of human are you? Ginger beer isn't actually beer. Best English right back of all time, Reece James. Who is it? I mean, Carl Walker in his pomp was good, but he's fallen to pieces now. I'm not going to say Gary Neville. I'm just not going to say it. So, best right back of all time. Reece is a bit too injury prone to be able to say him. Trent, is he really a right back? Carl Walker, right up there. Best English right back. I suppose the obvious answer is you're gonna have to go Glenn Johnson, aren't you? Gonna have to go Glenn Johnson. I love how positive you stay even during the bad times. It's nice listening to people who aren't hateful at all and don't overreact when something is going wrong and stay reasonable. Sammy, thank you very much, mate. Listen, I mean, I wasn't very positive after the Bournemouth draw, to be fair. Like, a few people said that's the first time I've seen you lose your shit a bit. But that's just because I was just gutted and I really wanted to get back to winning ways. And it's like other teams are dropping points and I'm like, we need to be capitalising on this. So I weren't that positive after that one. But yeah, I try and keep positive. I try and keep positive because in football, more often than not, your team win. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you support Chelsea. Through my lifetime, the team always win. And I think where my other sport is boxing, you have to get used to sometimes you have bad days at the office and your favourite fighter doesn't win, or you yourself, you'll have a fight where you don't win, or a bad spar and stuff like that. So I think I'm more conditioned to it and I can be a little bit more level-headed with it. Any fights lined up yet? Hoping to fight on the KSI undercard whenever that's announced. Modelo is good out of a can too, yes, but it's better out of a bottle in my opinion. You look like Kent, Ryan Kent from Rangers. I've heard that before. Can't remember what he looks like. At the bridge for a few singers on Monday night. No, I'm not. I'm being good. I'm being a good boy now. So no singers for me for the time being. And Singer ain't a great beer anyway. It's too gassy for me. Favourite Premier League club that isn't Chelsea? Do I like any clubs that aren't Chelsea? Newcastle. I like Newcastle. David, what's happening, bro? How's things? Haven't been in the mood to watch Chelsea content when we are doing shit. Yeah, but, you know, listen. I've been a Chelsea fan for all my life. I'm 30 years old. I've been spoilt rotten. So many clubs would have loved to have had the opportunity to have what Chelsea... Imagine being a Spurs fan. You know what I mean? And I'm not even bantering. I'm actually being serious. Imagine being a Spurs fan. So many clubs, man, would have loved to have had the opportunity. So yeah, to have had what we've had. So I stick with us through the hard times. Favorite Chelsea chant. Favorite. 1 Macca, 2 Macca, 3 Makalele, 4 Macca, 5 Macca, 6 Makalele. If Damien Duff don't tickle them off, then I'll send in Jeremy. I don't know. Not allowed to sing half of them anymore. Joey, do you think you would take Brian in a scrap? No rules, bare knuckle. No. Brian would wrestle me and choke me out in about 2 seconds. Ooh, Dark Knight. Thoughts on Indian food? Where's that gone? Thoughts on Indian food. If you like it, is there a dish you like? My order would probably be a chicken jalfrezi, maybe a chicken tikka korma, chicken tikka starter. I like a lamb tikka, but not if they overcook the lamb. Quite like the onion bhajis. I'll always go with a garlic naan, over a naan. Always make sure they send extra mint sauce, pila rice. But to be honest, a lot of the time, I just get them to do me a lamb shank. Indian lamb shank across the road from me. Banging. Well nice. I'm a bit younger. I generally stick to football, but I've always been curious about starting boxing. What advice would you give to get started? From Josh. Josh, just get in and do it. You can't go swimming without getting wet. So get in, do it, and then you'll see, won't you? Do you know what I mean? Whether you're up for it or not, because you'll learn straight away. As soon as you get hit, if you're not good at getting hit, then boxing's probably not for you. And if you're good at getting hit, then boxing might be for you. Did you listen to the new Bad Bunny album? Don't even know what that is. Have you ever been to Jamaica, my G? No, I'd fucking love to come to Jamaica, man. I was supposed to be going. I was gonna go, but then, what happened? My bird got pregnant. And I think lockdown happened. I'll do a bong hit for you, Joey. Go for it, mate. Go for it. I wish I could do one. It's been a long time since I've done one of them, my friend. Antonio Mango, name one thing I have to do to collab with you. We've been reaching out for a while. Have you? I've not seen your messages, I don't think. But, bro, do you know what? It's not even that. It's just like I'm a man of routine and structure, right? And obviously, like I say, when I do stuff with Josh, it's killing two birds with one stone. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not only doing stuff with Josh, you lot love Josh, the channel love Josh, as do I, and I'm seeing my friends. So most of the stuff I do, I'll do with Josh. Do you know what I mean? And it's not saying I'm not up for ever doing anything with anyone else. But it's just honestly like I don't want to say it like it's a fucking sob story, but people don't understand how busy I am. Like my day is work and work and work and work non-stop, and if I'm not working, I'm working out. Do you know what I mean? I'm training. I don't have a second, man, and any second I get free, I spend it with my daughter because, yeah, I'm doing a good job in you know, giving her a good life financially, but at the same time, I wish I could be with my daughter more. Like my daughter got chicken pox over Christmas, right? She got chicken pox, and we all had to basically just stay at home because my sister's got a baby and couldn't risk being around anyone. So we didn't even get to go and see my family on Christmas, right? And it's just the three of us at home, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it when my daughter had chicken pox because she wasn't ill. She just had chicken pox, so she was contagious, but she weren't ill or nothing. And I loved being able to spend like that quality time with her. So it's not even that when people say about collabing and stuff like that, it's not that I'm not on it. It's that I've not got time most of the time. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully things are free up and I can start doing more stuff with people. Right. I am gonna go last few. I'll try and do this till 7 o'clock, people. I'll try go till 7 o'clock, so 20 minutes, yeah? Do me a favour, smash the like if you haven't already. Always a great podcast, brother. Keep it up. Top man, thank you, mate. Do I think Madueke will be here at the start of next season with Stavio coming in, possibly others coming in? Yeah, I think Madueke will be here. I think Madueke was really favoured by Maresca early on, and then now kind of dropping off a little bit, but it will come and go. It will really come and go. Joey, what do you think about Raul Morales? Yeah, good player. I mean, he done well for us in the Europa League, didn't he? Had some dodgy haircuts. Noticed some new clobber lately. What's your go-to trainers, and don't just say some with big platforms? I just like a pair of Air Force, really. But I do like them cleans. Them cleans trainers are nice. Arnie do some good trainers. But yeah, I just like a pair of white Air Force, really. I don't know if anyone's seen the Nyla tops that we've been wearing. That's a sponsor that are coming on of the channel, and their clothes are banging, man. Like they got loads of stuff they're about to launch, so they've been sending me and Josh stuff, and yeah, them they're nice. They're like similar to like the Burberry tops that I've got, like that sort of same material, but I think when they launch they'll be cheaper. They're nice, man. I really like the stuff that they've been sending me. Do I live in London? I live in Epsom, which is like, I mean, it's like 3 stops on the train from Wimbledon. Wimbledon's class as South London. Epsom's sort of class as South London. But yeah, just outside. I can be at Waterloo, London Waterloo, within less than half hour of leaving my front door. 28 minutes or something like that. So, are you and Brian going to Saudi for Bivol against Beterbiev? Yeah, we are. But I don't know if that's been announced. David, doing well here, brother. I feel bad for not tuning in when seeing your thumbnails, but glad to see you remembering your viewers, man. Big up yourself. David has been a subscriber and a regular commenter on my videos from God knows what, 4,000 subscribers, something like that. Yeah, and I even remember one of your comments. This is the thing. I've got what 110 odd thousand subscribers, something like that. You got to think also, not that I read them all, but like on TikTok, what have I got on there? I've got like 180,000 followers on TikTok. I think. I'm sure I have. I've got 211,000 followers on TikTok, 100,000 on Instagram. So for me to actually remember comments of people is mad. But David actually commented once saying that he really appreciates that I'm able to get back to subscribers and people that comment on the channel, because one day the channel will grow so big that I won't be able to get back to all of them. And it has got to that point. Do you know what I mean? But I always do try when I can. Like, I really do try. I really do try when I can. So, yeah, big up, David. Is weed legal in the UK? Nah. BH, my school used to smash Glyn in football tournaments back in the day. What day are you talking? What time are you talking? Because if you started high school in 2005, no way your school used to smash Glyn in football tournaments. Because Glyn in 2005, my school year, were the bollocks. I got absolutely nowhere near that team. But we had a power man, Alex Bristay, he was playing for Fulham. Jamie Backshaw played for Chelsea. Fucking Charlie Bridges played for Brentford. We had Bear Academy boys. One of my best mate, Ben Sutton, he played for an academy. What academy did he play for? Don't know, but they were all good boys. And like one of them, my pal who used to play for Fulham, he played in the same Fulham team as Dan Burn. He got released and then, now isn't a footballer, but he played in the same Fulham team as Dan Burn. I think played against Sterling before. Like, yeah. Glyn were the bollocks, man. Glyn were very, very good. Right, I'm going to read out the last few. Mate, that's fair. Daughter is the most important thing. Hope she's better now. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. Terrific little player. Felice Navidad. Terrific little player. Loving the podcast with Josh. The murder cases are intriguing. I think it has such high potential. Callum Davis, thank you very much, bro. It's good to hear because they're not really getting the views that I maybe hoped or had anticipated. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're getting like 3,000, 4,000 views, stuff like that. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, my Chelsea videos get whatever. And I know it's a completely different sort of topic and subject and whatnot, but I think they're worthy of big numbers, but they're not getting them yet, so it's hard. But I'm just gonna have to keep going. Yeah, keep going. Big Six Bant, shout out Joey. The growth has been great to see, bro. Thank you very much, mate. And I remember you. We've spoke before, haven't we? We definitely spoke on Instagram, maybe. Yeah, I hope it's all going well with you, man. And I remember if we did speak, which I'm pretty sure we have, I remember it was a long time ago. So to see that you're still obviously at it is very good, because so many people start it and then don't get the numbers straight away and whatever and drop off and stuff like that. I'll check out your channel, man. After the live, I'll check out your channel. But yeah. Ellis, proper hardcore. Should be by Leno. What, from Fulham? Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad one, would it? Wouldn't be a bad one. Good suggestion. Might bring that up in the next podcast. Watching any UFC? I'm a very casual UFC fan, to be honest. But, I mean, I used to love it when McGregor was in his pomp and all that. Apparently I'm fighting his mate. Bath salts. Epsom. Oh, yeah, Epsom bath salts. Yeah, that's what they're known for. But I do love a bath bomb. Josh, thanks for the advice. No problem, mate. No problem. Why is it not called Friday Night Live? Okay, yeah, because you're obviously smarter than me, and I didn't think to do that. But next time, it will be that. Enjoying Joey and Josh. Didn't even know about the Castro case yet. It's a mad case. I was fascinated by that. Ellis has been here since 11,000 subscribers. Legend. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. Favourite food place around the bridge? Mate, I just like a Five Guys, to be honest. And it's the only time I really eat a Five Guys. Because the closest Five Guys to me is Kingston. And I never really go Kingston. So, yeah, I love a Five Guys when I'm up there. A lot about buying Alexander Isak. I just don't think it's going to happen. I remember I'd commented in one of your boxing posts about how much of an inspiration you are for me, and I think your dad liked my comment. All love, up to Chelsea. Oh, nice one. Thank you, bro. I watch with my mum, and she adores you and the big dog himself. When did calling him this start? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Like... You know, everyone, like, you know, everyone's got that mate that's got that nickname, and people go, how they got that nickname? And I go, fuck knows. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I always, he's known as the big dog. Every time he sees me, he's got a nickname for me that you lot don't even know about, because he never calls me on camera for some reason. But without fail, every time I speak to Josh, I answer the phone to him, or I meet him, or whatever, the first thing he says to me is he goes, all right, Shagger? And I'm like, yeah, what's happening? Whatever. So yeah, I'm the Shagger and he's the big dog. How long have you and the big dog known each other? Since the start of last season, which always surprises people, doesn't it? Because it's like we've known each other years, but obviously we've been through a lot together. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've been, God knows, like, you know, we've been to LA together. We've been to Saudi multiple times together. We've done fucking sold out events at Wembley together. We've done all of this Chelsea content. And when I'm with Josh, it's like, you know, sometimes you'll meet someone and you'll be with them, and you know, you might meet them for an hour or two. Like when we used to do the kickoff, this is why me, Brian, and Josh got so close. And why I consider them two of my best friends in the world, like, is because when we used to do the kickoff, right? And everyone that goes on about the kickoff, why is it not in the studio? Brian moved away. He lives in the middle of nowhere now. So Brian don't live where he used to, and that's why we don't do the kickoff live all together. But when we did, they were the best days. I loved it. And not really for the stream, because I used to get there before, rock up, me and Brian and Josh and that would just be talking and bantering and whatever, and then after filming we would normally crack open a beer or two or whatever, and we'd sit and we'd have a roast dinner, or we'd get a takeaway or whatever, and we'd chill and we'd be with each other all in from the minute we got there to record the kickoff until I left. We'd be with each other for like 10 hours or whatever. So that's a lot of time to be like bonding with people. So this is what I'm saying. Although I haven't known, you know, Josh and Brian anywhere near as long as I've known like my other people I'd class as like my best friends, the time accumulated spent together I have, because we've spent so much time, we've done so much and been on journeys together and whatnot. So yeah. Would I like to do any work with football therapy? Yeah, I like Jan. I think he's a good bloke. I think Jan's a good bloke. Right, last few people. When are you and the big dog going to Puerto Rico for a drink? The big dog doesn't drink. Josh has never drunk alcohol in his life. Wish I could say the same for myself. Do I think top four is a big ask? No. I think we'll get back to it. Mr. Start, didn't know you were doing live. No, I didn't know I was doing live. What career path would you have went down if it weren't for this or boxing? I don't know. I don't think I can answer that. I don't know what I'd have done, mate. Fuck knows. I've done loads of different jobs. I've done renovating houses, roofing, bit of scaffolding, when I left school. I was like 15, and I went to college for a little bit and started to do like a bricklaying and painting, decorating, whatever course. I got kicked out of college. I had a fight in the reception, and got kicked out of college, Nescott. And then I was still like 15 because my birthday's August, so I don't turn till the end of the year. And I was going college when I was at school. I was going college one day a week when I was at school too. And then I went and worked doing deliveries. So I used to sit in the van with a guy that used to drive it, and we used to deliver fridges, fridges, washing machines, stuff like that, and then take away and scrap the old ones and stuff like that. And I've done that for like 3 years or something like that. And then yeah, other bits and pieces. So yeah, I don't know what I'd have done, but I don't know what. I don't know. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I used to think I was going to go on Big Brother. For some reason. So, God knows. Have I been to Texas before? No, I haven't. Blues Fever. Joey, have a good weekend, amigo. We chatted a few times on Instagram. Positive vibes to you, your family, and yourself. Much love. Much love to you too. Thank you, mate. What did you do for work before the YouTube took off? I was personal training. I was basically holding pads for people and teaching people boxing. And when the pandemic happened and the lockdown happened, it just killed that industry because people, that is when, like, just before the pandemic, we thought times were hard and whatnot, but they weren't, and people did have disposable income. And I used to earn really well as a PT. Not really well, like, not like YouTube well, but like I used to earn well for me, like as a PT, so I could take like, I don't know, like what would I take? Like, I don't know, good, decent money. Put it this way, I'd charge clients like £30 an hour, and I could do 8 clients in a day easy. Yeah, so I used to do well, and then I went from earning what I was earning to earning about 20% of it after the lockdown. So I was earning just enough to fucking keep a roof over my head. Do you know what I mean? And things were really, really shit. Like, I've said this a few times, so maybe people that are big watchers of the channel and viewers of the channel will know this, but things were really, really shit for me just before YouTube. And then even when I started YouTube and podcasting, even there were times when I was like, oh, I might stop doing this, you know, like it's not going very well and whatnot, or it's not paying enough and stuff and whatever. And then it took off, and he's always too humble to admit it, but it was around the time that I met Josh was when things really started to take off, because he got me brand deals. I met Brian through Josh. Through meeting Brian, my fucking life changed. He got me on Misfits. Do you know what I mean? He like the opportunity to be on the Pain Game and do this work on the Riyadh season cards and everything. So yeah, so grateful, man. And even like today, like I got hit with a tax bill and stuff, and I'm sitting there like feeling all sorry for myself and whatnot because I've got to pay a massive tax bill and stuff. And then I think, mate, like look at what you were doing. Do you know what I mean? Like I was in a real shit place, and not just in terms of earning, like mentally I was not in a good place. So YouTube saved me big time. Really did. And it got me back boxing because I'd given up on boxing. So it was good. Right, last few things. Love that. Gonna greet you with that on everyone. Alright, Shagger. Just hopped off my wanking session. Win chat, y'all. Nice. David, pleasure tuning in, brother. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Nice one, mate. Love to see you do a collab with Younes. Yep, 100%. I'll be on it. Do I watch UFC? Not really. Casual fan of the UFC. But I see Paddy Pimblett fighting Michael Chandler. Is it? Maybe. Yeah. Favorite rogue artist? Oh, what, like someone who ain't big but people, I don't know. Do you mean like music artist, yeah? Someone who ain't big but I listen to. Kakat, who's boxing on Misfits. I like Kakat, the gypsy boy that raps. Yeah, he's good. Izzy Rogue, but like back in the day, so when I was growing up, it was all about, mate, like the rappers was, and some of them ended up blowing and doing well and whatnot, and then some of them didn't. But like one of the ones that I thought would have been massive was Devlin. I thought Devlin would be huge, like, and he didn't end up. He ended up being big, but not huge. Do you know what I mean? Like, you look at someone like Stormzy and the wealth and fame that he's got, and then Devlin, and I always used to think like Devlin was much better. K-Coke, you know what I mean? K-Coke ain't as big as Nines, but I prefer K-Coke to Nines, and it was sick because I spoke to K-Coke. He actually fucking, what did he do? He followed me, innit? And then I messaged him, and I was like, bruv, this is mad because I grew up on your music. Do you know what I mean? That's been one of the cool things, isn't it? Like, since podcast done well, is being able to meet people that I admired and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And Brian was someone that I admired. I never used to sit and watch Brian. Listen, I'll be honest with you lot. I used to be a stoner, right? Before I was a boxer or a YouTuber. And I used to sit in the garden and have a smoke and watch all Brian's videos. I used to love watching him. I used to watch the kickoff before I was on it, and whatever. But I was never sat there thinking like, oh, I want to meet him or I want to do podcasting with him, because that was never in my head. I just used to like to consume his content. So it's a mad way of how the world works, because now he's one of my best pals. Do you know what I mean? World works in mysterious ways. Right, literally last 2 or 3. What's your overall thoughts on what happened to Madeleine McCann? I think we should do a podcast on it. I think me and Josh should do a podcast on it. But if I had to put my money on it, parents know what happened to her. And then I'd go into more detail on a podcast. I think a lot of people would agree, to be honest. I don't think she got kidnapped. You cheer me up no matter what. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. What do you know about Seattle? Not much. Sleepless in Seattle is a film. Don't know much more than that. Jordan, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, mate. Hope you're all good. And all the family are good and whatnot. Well, I know the family are good. I see Jamie. When did I see Jamie? I see Jamie a couple of days ago. I'm with Jamie on Sunday. We're having dinner. Well, lunch. We're having something on Sunday. Some sort of family shit. Devlin was pretty good. Through the Fog was a pretty solid song. Yeah, best Devlin tune was probably Community Outcast. Our Father was a very good tune. Devlin and Dogzilla. You know, I see you. I made this world for you. Yeah. I used to like to do a bit of rapping. Right. People, I'm going to lock it off there because I've just heard a door go, and I believe that my daughter is going to walk into my room any second now, and I don't want her on camera. So, I'm going to leave it there. But, people, big shout out to everyone in the stream. I'm going to try doing them more regular, so make sure you're locked in for them, and I'll try and give you more notice. Give you more notice next time that I'm doing them. Yeah, I'll do that.